Here we are pulling an eclectic group of cars out of my hat for the next Pigs to the Track video. Stick around, we're getting into them. What's up friends, Brandon here, you're watching the Scale Racing channel. If you saw my last race, you saw that 1979 Ford F-150 putting down some serious times. So what are we gonna do to answer that? Well, we're gonna open these guys up. Kind of an odd smattering of cars we've got here. We're gonna crack them open, weigh them in, take a good look at them, and then send them down the track. Are you with me? Well, let's go. Up first, we got the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. This one, the color shifters version. And if you're not aware of the color shifters, basically they come with the nickel-plated axles, so they have potential to be fast. All of them nowadays come with the plastic body, so you're kind of at the mercy of the quality of the wheels and the axles as far as speed goes. But this Lancer has been known to be fast in the past. Look at the back of the card. The Lancer weighing in at 34.9 grams. Again, it does have this plastic body, and it's designed to change from this green to that brownish color. You've got some white tampos on the side with the hazardous material symbol on the side. You do have headlight inserts in this guy, same material as the windshield, coming in a smoke coloration. It's got red interior, and no tampo work in the rear. You got the 10-spoke wheels. Again, these color shifters have the nickel-plated axles, and this is a plastic body with the metal base made in Thailand. Next up, another new color shifters model. It's the What-4-2. Here's a look at the back. 35.1 grams on the What-4-2. This one coming in a purple coloration. I believe it's designed to change to a blue. You got some ghost flames going down the side with the Hot Wheels logo right behind the front wheel. No other tempo work on this car besides what you see on the side. This clear plastic right here covers the 4 engines that are made out of the chrome plastic, and also the window glass is clear with a chrome plastic interior. It does have the PR5 wheels, plastic body with the metal base made in Thailand. All 4 wheels same diameter, nice and square. Okay, I'm reaching a little bit on this one. It's the Marlon clutches McKay from the Disney Pixar Cars series. You never know about these guys until you get into them. And there's the look at the back of the card. Marlon clutches McKay, weighing in at 60.9 grams. I knew this guy was a little bit heavy when I picked him up off the pegs. And you gotta kind of watch out for these guys. If they've got an axle that looks similar to the Hot Wheels axle, then you have some potential for speed. There's some of them out there that are actually pinned to the wheel so that the entire axle rolls, but this is not one of those models. This one all decoed up in the security fashion. It says piston cup on the side, black and white. Looks like you've got inserted headlights with some kind of blue backing on them, which is nice. And of course you've got the face up there looking awfully mean. Mean security guard. I don't know what's going on with the rest of this. Looks like it's got clear glass, but there's absolutely nothing underneath it. And a little bit of tampo work in the rear. This car with the metal body and a black plastic base. Next up is the 1963 MG MGB by Johnny Lightning in the Import Heat series. And I just recently picked this one up off the pegs. And this car does indeed have plastic tires and a pretty decent sized body. A look at the back of the card. Comes with a right-hand drive collector's card. And the other cars available in this series. The MG weighing in at 64.9 grams. It's a chunky little turd, even though it's still a convertible. It does have the nice racing stripes going down the top. You've got the number 21 in the roundels on the front and rear deck lids. And I'm assuming this opens. Yes, it does. Really long hood on that car. Showing you a little bit of detailing in the engine compartment. True Johnny fashion, you're gonna have very, very good detailing all the way around on this car. Very, very nice. It does have the 6-spoke wheels. And I did notice that 2 of these roll pretty good, and there's 2 more on here that do not. I'll have to pop off these caps and see what the deal is with that. Should be able to get it rolling okay. Clear window glass, nice detailing around that glass. Bumpers painted in silver. Metal body with a metal base. Yep, got us another character car. It's Santa Jack from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Look at the back of the card. 36.6 grams on Santa Jack. Pretty narrow around the midsection, even though it is a metal on metal car. A little bit light. Picked this one up around Christmas time. I think I got these at Kroger whenever I went to Knoxville. Had pretty good deals on the Kroger stuff at the time. This in a gloss red. And you do have Jack Skellington face right there. The difference between this one and the other one, you've got a few little details. I think this right here is a little bit different. Coloration's different. And of course he's got the Santa beard going down the front of the car. Do have a parachute in the back. And a little bit of detailing in the front. Skinny wheels up front. Wide 5 spokes in the rear. Again, metal body, metal base. Here we have the Back to the Future time machine from 1955. Look at the back of the card. 57.6 grams on this car. And I picked this one up just the other day from Walmart. It does have a 2021 copyright date on the back of the card. It is in the new release of the Retro Entertainment series that they've got, and this is the only one that does not have rubber tires. Thank you, Hot Wheels. I appreciate you releasing this car. Looks to me like clear-coated Zamac, and if you've ever watched Back to the Future 3, it's got all the details that that car had on it. Got Mr. Fusion in the back, and you got Doc's repaired board on the front hood. Detailing in the front, clear glass, silver interior, and of course full detailing in the rear. Now these wheels, I think these were originally available on some Mattel train sets or something like that. And they repurposed them for this particular car because they did use the rail rollers for the car in the movie. So they've got these skinny wheels on there. It does have a raised lip on that to resemble a railroad car wheel. And that ought to help out with some speed a little bit. Metal body with a black metal base. Next up is Steamin Gleamin. Like I said, you never know. I'll look at the back of the card. Steamin Gleamin as it sits, weighing in at 94.9 grams. I'm gonna go ahead and take the trailer off this. They should just, they should just snap off. Watch me probably break it. And get a weight just on the cab itself. 43.3 grams just on the cab section. Yeah, let's take a good look at this guy. This body right up here is made out of metal painted in gloss black. And you've got the Steamin Gleamin going down the side, more of that on the front. And all of this gold coloration stuff in the middle is gonna be gold plated plastic. And you've got this humongous bumper in the front. This one also made out of plastic. This stuff in the back made out of plastic. It does have the 10-spoke wheels in red, all the same diameter, all the same width. It does have a metal body with a plastic base. And for the trailer section, all of this superstructure right here made out of plastic, and this gold stuff going down the side, also plastic. This little hitch right here going back underneath the trailer, made out of black painted metal. And this base right here is also plastic, and it also has matching 10-spoke wheels. So we'll see how this guy does with the trailer hooked up, and it indeed does fit on the orange track. So hopefully we can get all these wheels spinning right. And last but not least, you know it, you love it, it's the Scania rally truck. This one in the blue coloration. Look at the back of the card. This bad boy weighing in at 70.2 grams, and if you've been with the channel for a while, you know that we started running the yellow one when it was first released, and they've had one more release of this guy with the off-road wheels. I think it was in red, and I tended to stay away from it because of the style of wheels. Elevation Diecast has run this blue version down his track, and it looks like it is smoking fast, even with those off-road tires. This back section of the box right here, all made out of plastic, front cab made out of metal. Really good detailing in the front. And you're not gonna get anything in the rear. You do have this car carrier section, slides out, and it is also made out of metal, and it does slide in and out of the way nicely. It does have another couple of wheels hanging off the back of that. All kinds of livery going down the side. It's going to be the same as the other side. Again, this cab up front made out of metal. Everything else on this truck made out of plastic. We'll see if it can get it done like the yellow one did. Again, a pretty oddball set of cars we've got here, but I have a feeling there's something in here that might have some speed, something that could challenge that 1979 F-150, I hope. And this is where I picked my favorite out of the bunch, and this is based solely on looks. Leave a comment down below, let me know which one you think looks the best out of this one. And I think it should go without any question that Johnny Lightning is gonna take the overall best looks by far out of all the rest of these cars in here. Kind of an unfair advantage. It is Johnny Lightning. They all are full deco, so it does have a little bit of an advantage there. However, I don't know if he's gonna have an advantage when it comes to speed. I'm gonna have to dig into these wheels, see if I can't get them rolling right. But Johnny Lightning takes that one. Let me know in the comments down below which one you like the best out of this mix. Now let's get them on the track. And in typical fashion, we'll go ahead and run these cars off dry first to see which one's fastest without graphite. 2 distinct wins. After lane swaps, we'll declare the victor. On your marks, get set, go! And it's looking like What-4-2. Taking that one, no problem. Lanes are swapped. Each car has been moved 1 lane to the right with the exception of the MG. He's in lane number 1. On your marks, get set, go. 1-4-2. What-4-2 doing it again. Just barely though. He's gonna go on to the next round. Well, this next heat ought to be interesting. Let's see how this goes. On your marks, get set, go! It's the time machine. Taking that one pretty easily. Scania not too far behind. Lanes are swapped. Everybody shifts over 1 lane to the right except for Steamin Gleamin. He's going to do a good job of blocking everybody else on this next run. On your marks, get set, go! Time machine. Looks like he had a little bit of a late start compared to Scania, but he smoked him in the end. He'll be going on to the final. Final race in the dry. We've got What-4-2 in lane number 1 and the time machine in lane number 2. On your marks, get set, go! Ah, it's the time machine. With gappage, taking the win. 23:46 to a 23:83. Not the most impressive time in the whole wide world, but it is unlubricated. Things will change here shortly. Laser swap, the What-4-2 needs to beat a 23:46 to steal the win. On your marks, get set, go! A little bit better run, but he still had a little gappage. 23:35 to a 23:66. So without a doubt, the new time machine taking the overall win from these 8 cars.
24 hours later.
All right, we're back. All these kids have had the same graphite treatment done to all their wheels, and each one of them has had 3 or 4 laps down the track to get the graphite broken in. We're running 2 at a time, rocket round, so the fastest pass after lane swaps will advance that car to the next round. Unless I see greater than a car length gap, then we'll go ahead and call it a 1 and done. First race around number 1, we got the Color Changers Lancer Evo in lane number 1 and the Color Changers What-4-2 in lane number 2. On your marks, get set, go. And Lancer, my goodness. 23.27 to a 23.62. That was right at a car length. We'll go ahead and swap them up and run them again. Lancer swap, the What-4-2 needs to be to 23.27 to advance. On your marks, get set, go. Lancer Evo doing Lancer Evo things. 23.25 to a 23.70. He'll be moving on. What-4-2 didn't seem to benefit much from graphite, unfortunately. Up next, we've got the Scania rally truck in blue in lane number 1. And Jack Skellington, he's sitting behind him in lane number 2. On your marks, get set, go. And I know you didn't see that. 23.19 for Jack, 23.46 for the rally truck. Jack Skellington taking the first one. All right, lanes are swapped. The Scania needs to be to 23.19 in order to move on. On your marks, get set, go. Jack taking care of business again. 23.27 to a 23.38. And the dragster moves on. And we've got clutches McKay in lane number 1 and the Johnny Lightning MG in lane number 2. On your marks, get set, go. It's a pretty tight race, actually. Wow.
Pretty tight race, actually. Wow.
22.98 to a 22.94. Pretty good run by both of them. But the MG takes the first one. Lanes are swapped. The MG needs to be to 22.94 to go to the next round. On your marks, get set, go. Another tight race. 23.03 to a 23.07. Clutches McKay taking both of them. He'll be moving on. Kind of a railroad themed race coming up next. We've got the Steamin Gleamin in lane number 1, and over there behind him, we've got the Back to the Future 3 time machine. During the break-in, I did run Steamin Gleamin both with and without the trailer, and he's faster with the trailer, so we're going to go ahead and leave it on. On your marks, get set, go. Time machine, serious hole shot. Wow, 22.87 to a 23.89. That's going to be a 1 and done for the time machine. He'll be moving on. Round 1 in the books. Winners on the right, losers on the left. Do not adjust your screen. That is a little bit of thunder in the background. First race of round number 2. We got the Lancer Evo in lane number 1 and Santa Jack in lane number 2. On your marks, get set, go. Quiet race. It is Santa Jack with a 23.21 to a 23.32 by the Evo. Jack takes the first one. Lanes are swapped. The Lancer needs to beat a 23.21 to advance. On your marks, get set, go. And it's Jack pulling it out again. 23.23 to a 23.36. 2 wins. Jack's going to the final. Next up, we've got clutches McKay in lane number 1 and the time machine in lane number 2. On your marks, get set, go. It's a pretty tight race, actually. Wow. Wow, 22.88 to a 22.93. Another clutch run by the Pixar car. Ledger swap. The time machine needs to beat a 22.88 in order to go to the finals. On your marks, get set, go. Oh, you might do it. No, 22.93 to a 22.94. Wow. Clutches with 2 clutch runs. They'll be moving on to the final race. Round 2 is done. Winners on the right, losers on the left. It's our final matchup. Race final, we got Santa Jack and lane number... Race final, we got Santa Jack and lane... Race final, we got Santa Jack in lane number 1 and Tits McGee in lane number 2.
Good evening, San Diego. I'm Veronica Corningstone. Tits McGee is on vacation.
Oh, shit. On your marks, get set, go! And clutches, 22.92 to a 23.22. Taking that one pretty much hands down. Laser swap, Santa Jack needs to beat a 22.92 to take the overall win. On your marks, get set, go! Yeah, not gonna happen. 23.02 to a 23.19. Clutches McKay taking the overall win out of these 8 cars.
Did that go the way you thought it was gonna go? Nope.
Let's see who's got the 3rd place spot on the podium. It's the Lancer in lane number 1 and the Time Machine in lane number 2. On your marks, get set, go! Time Machine with gappage, 22.84, nice run to a 23.24. I'm gonna go ahead and call that a one and done for the Time Machine, taking the number 3 spot. This matchup hasn't happened yet, so let's see if the Time Machine can take 2nd place away from Santa Jack. On your marks, get set, go! Looks like Time Machine 23.02 to a 23.13. Time Machine with the whole shot, but he was slowing down about middle track. Jack was catching up. Let's go ahead and swap lanes. Lanes are swapped. Santa Jack needs to beat a 23.02 to keep his 2nd place spot. On your marks, get set, go. DeLorean out of the hole quick. 22.89 to a 23.24. So yeah, I kind of expected that. DeLorean taking the number 2 spot on the podium. And Santa Jack in 3rd for now. No, we haven't forgot about the MG. We're going to run him up against Santa Jack, see if he can get 3rd spot on the podium. On your marks, get set, go! Tight race, but it looks like Jack had it. 23.13 to a 23.27. First run, Jack is safe. Lane just swap. The MG needs to beat a 23.13 to take that last spot on the podium. On your marks, get set, go. Oh, you might do it. 23.08 to a 23.22. MG pulling it out, taking the number 3 spot. All right, there you have it. 1st place taken by Clutches McKay from the Disney Pixar line. And 2nd place taken by the Back to the Future Time Machine. And 3rd place going to the Johnny Lightning MG. All 3 of these cars available on the pegs now. So we're gonna take this guy and stick him over there with the other race winners, waiting on 3 more cars to populate this area, and we'll go ahead and do the final. That's all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed the racing. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, y'all stay healthy, have fun racing. And a little bonus racing action for you. We've got the old faithful yellow Scania in lane number 1 versus the new blue Scania in lane number 2. On your marks, get set, go. Yellow Scania, 23.26 to a 23.33. Somebody over there still rolling. Oh, Yeller takes the first one. Blue Scania needs to beat a 23.26. On your marks, get set, go. Yep, 23.20 to a 23.29. Yellow Scania beating them in both lanes.